Hey, welcome to Storyville, episode 20, the Not A Podcast. All right, let's see it now. Let me see the frame. Because maybe I liked it with that light on. Don't change the frame. Just let me see the lighting. Yeah. Is this still rolling? Yeah. Okay, good. We're going to keep it. Turn that light on real quick. Let me see it. It actually looks really good. I think we keep that light on right now. Look at that. Look how good that looks. It's not dark as shit on that side, right? No. Yeah. All right, so you see that right there. For 19 straight episodes, Zach has been turning that light off in my kitchen, and we just found out it looks better with it on. Welcome to Storyville, episode 20, where your stories are the story. It's the Not A Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. I am 3 months, June, May, June, 3 months sober. Who gives a shit? What have I been doing, man? As always, what am I drinking? Oh, no, it's just water. I just been watering today. Had some coffee earlier, but what am I drinking? It's water. As always, what am I drinking? Water. What have I been doing? All right, guys. Well, Madison Square Garden on my birthday. I'm going to talk about it in the comic relief portion, which is exclusive to Patreon. So after this episode, if you're not subscribed to the Patreon, go subscribe and you can hear all about Madison Square Garden, man. The next day. The very next day, I had a show at a campground. For a guy I've done shows with before, he runs a lot of shows around. I was excited because I needed to shoot something, so I was like, I'm going to get some clips. It'll be good. It'll be fun. It was one of the worst shows I've ever done in my life. But I killed, like legitimately still crushed. I still had a good time, but it was just, you get there, it's a campground. You think like campground, they're doing a show there. It's going to be like cute. We're going to have like string lights and all this kind of shit. I would have preferred the show to be outside under string lights. It was inside their like mess hall. It looked like an ICE detention center. All right. For witness protection program whites. It was just full of Italians from the East Coast that didn't want any part of laughing. The host went up and ate shit. And he's a funny comic. So it was so surprising. So I was like, all right, well, there goes all the new material I wanted to try, but maybe this is time to try it. So I went up there. I just started cracking some jokes, making fun of a guy. A dude was there with his, I'm not kidding you. I'm going to do the whole podcast like him. I'm going to show you how he's dressed and see. I'm not kidding you. Just sitting there like this the whole time. Actually, a button lower. That's how he's looking at me. Whole time. The rest of the room, dying laughing. Him. So that was tough. But it's it's those shows, it's those shows you do to make you better. It is those shows that make you better. It's those shows that make you appreciate the bigger shows and make you work harder for the bigger shows. It is. So I had fun. I got a few new jokes off. Made a couple cracks. Got paid $50. Do 15 minutes, 20 minutes from my home, whatever. What am I going to be doing? Well, I know I mentioned the Patreon earlier, but if you're not on the Patreon, get on it. I posted a fun little excerpt today from a... what did I post today? I don't even remember. But it was something good. It's exclusive to the Patreon. It was, what the hell was it? Let me see if I can remember. Oh, I posted my first film set. That set that I posted is the first set I ever filmed doing stand-up. I mean, I might have done stand-up 5 or 6 times before then. So if you want to go see one of the first times I ever got on stage, that wasn't even 7.5 years ago. That was almost 12 years ago. Because I did stand up like a few times, then I didn't do it for like 6 years. So if you want to go check out Patreon, the latest thing I posted was that. It was incredible. It's from like 12 years ago. I think after that night, I didn't do stand up again for like 4 years. Then I did it once every month for like a year. Then I didn't do it again for 3 years. And then I started doing it full time, 7 years and a month and a half ago. Yeah, end of May. So 7 years and a month and a half ago. So go check out that Patreon, man. Also, we got 2 shows coming up, July 31st and July 26th. This Saturday, if you're watching in downtown Providence, I got a Don't Tell. You can go to my Instagram. I got the details there. It's at a really cool venue. So please go check out those tickets if there's some left. I think there is about 15 left. And then Stupor Fights at Medici Lounge. It's always a fun show. Please go check it out. You can go check out the article that Fun 107 did on us. Maddie Levine, she did an article on it. It was very fun. It was very nice. She just came out today. I'll reshare that. I'll put that link in this bio also. Biography, like the porn gals. I'm going to go see Superman tonight, the new one. because I've been wanting to. I watched Man of Steel last night, and it was good. I remember that one being fun. It's shot kind of like Wolverine. I remember like they give him the same kind of backstory. And then I was like, what are the other? I was talking to Zach, who's the biggest fucking nerd boy in the world, recently single. You're beautiful. Newly, you're beautiful. Hi, I'm Samantha. Yeah, so I'm going to go see the new Superman because he said it was great, but he also told me the new Captain America was really good, and it might be one of the worst Marvel movies I've ever seen. And that's not because the guy's black. I love that dude. He's from New Orleans. I was rooting for him. It's just bad. Bad. Not a good movie. But yeah, so I started looking up old Superman. So we did this. Superman Returns from 2006 with Brian Roth. It's like it looked like they got somebody, an in-shape person with Down syndrome to play Superman. And I'm not body shaming. I'm not saying he's got a little bit of gut. And look, you can have a gut. Lord knows I got one, a little bit of gut. But it's Superman. He's supposed to have a massive hog. I don't even know if that's true. But he just looks like he's all shoulders. So this new Superman, he looks like Superman, right? So I'm like, that's the thing. My superhero is supposed to be super. My Superman's got a little bit of a fupa. The hell is Superman doesn't have a fupa. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go see Superman, and I'll let you guys know next week how it was. It's time for Quote of the Week. Quote of the Week. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you aren't. That's Andre Gide. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Andre, I'm saying right. Andre. Gide, Gide. It's from a book. It is better, but I'm sure someone else said it. Maybe he is the original sayer of it. I've heard this before. We've all heard this. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you aren't. And I like this quote because sometimes you can feel misunderstood. I feel misunderstood a lot. I do. I'm a loud, passionate, obscure person. But it's 100% who I am. Most people I meet, they know where they stand with me. Everyone I meet, they know where they stand with me. They know how I feel about them. They know how I feel about most things. So I hate to use the word unapologetically myself, like a Beyonce or Taylor Swift quote, but I'm me, man. And you're going to get what you get with me. I'm not a bad person. I'm always going to try to be better. And I think if everyone just goes, this is who I am. I have my flaws. I have my things. You got to be honest with them, right? I recently had a friendship that was on the rocks. We had a really good talk, really long, positive talk. And it's helped because, I was 100% truthful. And I remember he was saying, I've had a lot of friends for a lot of years. No one's really, if I have something wrong with me, I'm going to tell you it's wrong. If I'm hurting, I'm going to tell you I'm hurting. If I'm sad, I'm going to tell you I'm happy. Same thing. If I'm happy, I'm going to tell you I'm happy. If I'm in a good mood, I'm going to tell you. If you did something great for me, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to tell you I appreciate it. Sometimes it's easier to get ahead if you lie about who you are and what you are. It is, but you got to carry that around. When you're young, man, you spend so much time wanting to be liked and wanting to be a part of something that you will change who you are. And the older you get, you realize you don't recognize yourself. You don't feel good. Even in these places you should feel good. You can make it to the top and it's not enough. It's not what because maybe it's not who you are. It's not what you wanted. I don't love this quote because it's better to be hated. I mean, don't be a piece of shit, right? Like, I'm sure nobody was like, well, Hitler, you did what you need. You are who you are. No, and maybe even Hitler, he wanted to be an artist. So that's what I'm saying. He ended up being somebody he wasn't. He wanted to be an artist. So if someone would have been like, that's not awful, he might not have done that shit. So it's like, yeah, don't be a piece of shit, but be nice, be good. Most people I think are inherently good. I do. Some people aren't. Some people real bad. So it is better to be hated for who you are and what you are than to be loved for who you aren't and who you are, unless you're a couple people. Right. So, just be yourself, man. Work hard at being yourself, because if you're doing that, you're probably a pretty good person. You're probably living a pretty good life. So just be yourself, man. Be yourself. Be yourself. Some people want to be big movie stars and they're not supposed to, right? We know a girl like that. And she's probably never going to make it, but she's going to spend her whole life trying to be something that she's not. And she will be. And maybe she makes it, right? But it's not who she is. I know a couple guys like that want to be a thing. They want to be this. They want to be that. Let's say they make it, but then they realize it wasn't the answer. It's not, don't chase your passion, chase your energy, because that'll usually lead you to your passion. My energy's always been around this kind of stuff, man. Just entertaining, talking shit, being funny, writing. I love writing. My energy's towards writing, and my energy's towards the arts and creativeness. Like I'm just drawn to people who see things differently. So that's what I'm chasing that energy, right? So that's the quote of the week. It's time for sports. Sorry, nerds. Quote of the week. Over and done. Sports. Sorry, nerds. The Pels may be cursed. The New Orleans Pelicans might be the most cursed franchise in the history of sports. So I know we talked about 2-3 weeks ago, maybe about Derek Queen. We went up, drafted him. People were really pissed about that. We traded up. They're like, just a terrible decision. He had a terrible summer league debut. Terrible summer league first game, but then started balling. Games 2, 3, 4, 5, balling. Game 5, breaks his wrist. He's out for 12 weeks. It's unbelievable, guys. I mean, the Pelicans' luck is terrible. Now, look, that means he's going to miss probably about 2.5 months of the season. Maybe he'll probably miss about 2 months total of the season because, the season's out for another month or so. So it's a bummer. But it's just like, damn, the Pels might be cursed, guys. I don't know what else you say. All the injury luck we've had. No one's been more injured than the Saints or Pelicans. Whoever they got in that training room is just, I don't know, right? What are they putting in the water? Some people say it's the water. It's not the water. You're supposed to boil New Orleans water. Maybe those athletes are boiling it. Yikes. But that's sports. The Pels are cursed. That's all I had to say. You're welcome, nerds. You're short today. Ow, damn it. See that? Pels are cursed. All the other throws are perfect except that one. The Pels are like, go fuck yourself. All right. It's time for Storyville, portion of Storyville. Takes a sip. This one's from my mother. My mom sent in one. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cute. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I'll read it. It's about her taking a shit. Mom, that's not short. I mean, it's short, but it's not sweet. So here's my mom's story. Carol Cureau. Names are being named. Carol Cureau, she goes, as you've been married for a few years, is what she says. She goes, you tend to overlook certain things. You use the bathroom with, maybe you don't lock the door. But he says, my dad comes in. Carol, what are you doing in there? She goes, I'm putting together a puzzle. That's what she sent me, the story. She said I was taking a shit. She didn't say shit. She said I was doing what you do in the bathroom. And here's how I know she was taking a shit. Because if she was just peeing, she would be like, I was just using the potty. I was just peeing. But she's taking a shit because she didn't say what she was doing in the bathroom. So she's... She said, my dad comes in. Hey, what are you doing in there? And she goes, you stupid motherfucker. What else could I be doing in here? I'm having another baby. She tells him I'm putting together a puzzle. And he says, weird place for that. Old. My parents both have Alzheimer's. So that's sad. That's the kind of humor my parents have, right? They come to my shows. I'll give you a story about my dad. I opened for Andrew Scholl's 4 years ago, before I started opening for Matt. And it was in New Orleans at the Orpheum Theater. First time I ever played a theater. I was nervous. Went out absolutely murdered. But I have this joke where I talk about seeing my dad's dick. And this joke about how other kids have also seen their dad's dick. It's a very funny joke. Very good punchline. After the show, everybody's backstage. My dad gets to meet Andrew Scholl's. The first thing he says is, he's never seen my dick. Andrew has no idea what he's talking about because he didn't watch my fucking set. He's the headliner. He's not watching the host set. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? So, very funny. Very interesting. Man, what a time that was. I had no idea about stand-up, nothing. Just messaged to Andrew, hey, I saw you're going to be at Orpheum, get my tickets. He said, fuck that, you're opening. Boy, I'm getting that feeling back right now. What a fun feeling that was. Yep. So that's Storyville. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That's Storyville episode 20. I almost started crying. That's a good one right there. Don't forget, Comic Relief is after this. So sign up for the Patreon if you want to see those. Episode 19 is on the Patreon because I got a little high, and that's always going to be exclusive. Every fourth episode, I get stoned, and it's exclusive to Patreon. So please sign up. Keep sending your stories so my mom doesn't tell me about her bowel movements anymore. But that's it, guys. That's episode 20. Thank you so much. If you want to see episode 19, it is exclusive to Patreon. Go follow me on Instagram. Send me stories. All the links for the merch, the Patreon, and the show, the Eventbrite for the show tickets, it's in the link in the YouTube. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Bye, everybody. Bye.